Hey, cousins. So I see Vickie Guerrero will be one of the legends, quote unquote, used loosely, that will be showing up in the lackluster promoted WWE Evolution 2 pay per view for the ladies. I want to remind you why a lot of us aren't fucking with Vickie Guerrero and how she tarnished her own legacy. So here's the backstory. In case you don't know, everybody's not on this, but it was pretty explosive when it came out. Um, let's go ahead. It's a New York Post. I know, but we're going to touch on it. Strife in the Guerrero family has taken a dark turn on social media. Vickie and Sherilyn Guerrero, the widow and daughter of the late wrestling legend Eddie Guerrero, have been going back and forth over some deeply personal accusations. In a TikTok video posted earlier this week, Sherilyn, 27, said that she has been off speaking terms with her mother and her sister because they have blocked her from contact. Remember, this is 2023, okay? In the video, Sherilyn says she was sexually assaulted on a cruise by her stepfather in 2020 before the lockdowns from COVID-19. And I quote, "Was I the only one? No, but that's not my business to put their story out there. But it happened to me," Sherilyn said. Sherilyn also claimed that her mother told her that the alleged incident was a quote unquote mistake and quote unquote not who he is, he being the stepdaddy and the accused. The daughter said she did not feel protected by her mother and that she has been blocked from communicating with her. Vickie Guerrero, who was 54 at the time, fired back at her daughter in a since deleted post on Instagram. And she said, and I quote, this is Vickie, "There are two sides to every story. Over 15 years in my relationship with Sherilyn has been hostile, and I've tried to deal with a narcissistic person. Not only myself, but close friends of Sherilyn of over 10 years and family have cut ties with her because of her manic behaviors." She went on to say, "I try to do therapy with Sherilyn, but she always says no and that I'm sick and not her. Sherilyn, please tell your side of your character of being drunk on the cruise and having guys in your room and then crying because you were raped and then demanded us to go to the pharmacy in Bahamas for plan B. You want to play dirty and sling Chris and I through the mud. I have my own pile of mud for you." Vickie Guerrero, who has been an on-air manager in WWE and AEW, said that her husband and financially supported Sherilyn financially. She said that's what they said. They supported the daughter, her and this Chris guy, her stepdad. And I quote, "Are you enjoying the two cars that Chris bought you, the three apartments you bailed out of, and the two surgeries we paid for? Your lies will catch up, and I feel bad for you," she continued. Cheryl, not once have you spoken to Chris about the situation. But you can go on social media and tell all, but that's how you communicate. Another example of you manipulating and harassing others. She went on to say, this is Vickie Guerrero, "I'm so done with you and tired of your years of manipulation, lies, and disrespect. I kept quiet for years because you never seek therapy to learn how to have an adult conversation with me. It's always been your way or nothing at all. Okay, Sherilyn, not only will I see you in court, but you and I will no longer be related. And for the fans who feel entitled to comment, fuck you. You heard one side of the story and you feel entitled to comment on something you know nothing about." So that's not all. Chavo Guerrero. Sherilyn, the daughter of Eddie and Vickie Guerrero, recently made the claim, and we just went through it. And this is an article also from 2023. And this is set in May. He said, Chavo went on to say, "I don't really talk to Vickie. We don't talk." Especially after this and her response, I was kind of like, that's just not good. Guerrero Jr. tweeted out his support for Sherilyn following the allegations and claimed that he had been supporting her privately for the last couple of years during her personal struggles. And he went on to say, "I really can't comment on that one too much. That's really between her and her daughter, and I support her daughter 100% in her coming out against the allegations. But that's really between them two, and I don't want to interject myself into that." You know, the way nothing was denied. I mean, the whole issue I'm having is no one denied that this girl was sexually assaulted on a cruise. Now, what did happen Was accusations of, oh, you were drunk, you was having men in and out your room, you wanted a plan B, you were doing that, this, and the third, has absolutely nothing to do with your husband, her stepdaddy, going in there and having his way with her.